Dr. Amber, I can really tell that my dogs really feel my emotions. They mirror me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can definitely see in my dog, like when I'm, more excited, then she's like, "Oh, what's going on? There's something exciting happening." And
I
when I'm
know.
like, "Okay, calm down," then she just lays down like, "All right."
Welcome to Unleash Curiosity by Vital Pet Life.
I'm Dr. Amber De Silva, veterinarian and advocate for integrative pet care.
And I'm Donie Yamamoto, founder and CEO of Vital Pet Life. We're so glad you're here.
This is a space where curiosity, compassion, and science converge, where we explore the powerful mind-body connection that supports your pet's health and your own.
Each week, we'll dive deep into the world of pet wellness, breaking down myths, exploring ingredients, and learning from expert voices across the industry.
From nutrition and sustainability to transparency and advocacy, we're here to help you feel more confident, connected, and informed in your care choices.
Let's get into it. Because when we know better, we do better. This is Unleash Curiosity. Welcome back to Unleash Curiosity, the show where we dig into the science, the stories, and the straight talk behind pet health. I'm Donie Yamamoto, and with me is Dr. Amber.
Hi, everyone. Today we're talking about consciousness, specifically how researchers figure out which animals actually feel things.
That sounds like a philosophy class. But stick with us because every pet parent has had this moment. Your dog does something and you wonder, does he really feel that? Or am I just projecting? Oh, Dr. Amber, the question that nobody could agree on. Can you discuss this with me?
Yeah. So there's a new study out of Michigan State University. A researcher built what he calls a decision tree for animal consciousness. So here's the idea. Scientists look for markers, things like brain structure or complex behavior, to guess whether an animal can feel things. Enough markers, and they'll say it's probably consciousness. The hard question is, what do you do when an animal shows few or none of those markers? Does that mean it doesn't feel anything, or just that we haven't found the right test yet?
This is the fish and the hook argument, basically. I mean, people love debating whether a fish feels pain.
Yeah. So the study actually uses hermit crabs as an example. So crabs don't have much of a brain and they don't check a lot of the usual boxes, but they pick their own shells, which is really cool. In maze tests, they'll actually swap shells to get around better. So do they fail the test, or is the test just not built to see them? Researchers split into two camps here. So camp 1 says no markers, no proof, probably not conscious. And camp 2 says missing markers don't prove anything either way. Maybe we just haven't found the evidence yet.
This is exactly what pet parents wonder too, but to me, I feel like my dogs are very conscious. They're always like feeling. I mean, well, because I love my dogs, I guess. But I feel like they know, they are aware. Like the moment that other than just like routines or like stuff that they remember that you do or stuff that they do every day with you, I feel like they're pretty aware. Like before the fireworks even blowed up or started, they're already like hovering around, walking around, and I can feel like I can see Martin's ears because I think they sense this way better than us. So I mean, is it a feeling or just a habit he's learned? I don't know, but to me, I feel like they are.
Yeah. Well, when I was in vet school, I got a dog. His name was Bootstraps, and he was, a really old, like we have no idea how old he was, little Pekingese.
Yeah.
And every time I went to feed him, like he was on a special diet because he had GI issues. And he was on a canned diet. So I'd be dishing out his canned food and he'd sit there and he'd sneeze at me. Achoo, achoo, achoo. and he did it every single time, every single meal. And never, he wasn't like, he didn't sneeze normally. So it was like
He just does
when
it
I was
for
feeding
food?
him. Yeah.
My gosh.
He would just, and he was so food motivated. He loved his food. And
He sneezes
so
all the
I just, it was just so funny. So I really think that he was definitely like feeling something when I was dishing up his food. Honestly, we can't say for certain, but here's what's telling. In the 1990s, people were still debating whether chimpanzees were conscious, and today the debate has moved on to whether plants are conscious.
I think so.
That bar keeps climbing higher, not lower.
Well, what does this mean for dogs and cats or maybe animals? Like, can you bring this home for us? Like, nobody's asking about crabs, but they're asking about their dog's face when the vacuum comes out, right? Like, they
Yeah.
know. Yeah.
Yeah. Good news there. Dogs and cats aren't really in question the way crabs or insects are. They clear almost every marker: complex brains, social behavior, real personality. The takeaway for pet parents is pretty simple. Trust what you're seeing. If your dog's behavior is telling you something's wrong, that's real information, even before science catches up to explain why.
That's why we started paying closer attention to joint stiffness in older dogs in the first place. I mean, nobody needed a study to tell us or to tell me that my dog Tuxedo was uncomfortable when he stopped jumping on the couch. Like, I kind of knew that there was something wrong.
Right. The science is just catching up to what pet parents already notice.
Good reminder today. Science is taking animals' experience more seriously, not less.
So trust what you see in your own pet. You know them better than any decision there is.
That's it for the episode of Unleash Curiosity. Share it with a pet parent who needs to hear it, and see you next time.